Podcast.
And I know that statement's bold, but I can take that heat. Cause they say what you sow is just what you take when you reap. If I give my all and soul, I can at least get some keys and open up more doors.
Alright, episode 34, New Faces Podcast. I'm your host, Brandan&Isaiah. With me as always, Zay Guns. I'm always expecting you to say something. You don't say nothing.
Stop assuming. It's a problem. Too much.
And we got a very special guest, the owner of the Daily Profittz, also our homie and roommate, Eli Colon.
Shout out to y'all. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You wanted to say something? What? You got the sunglasses on.
You're just cooling.
That's what he's been asking for a long time.
I finally was cool enough to make it to the pod. Hopefully I don't say nothing too wrong. If I do, I apologize.
We got a great editing team, so we good.
That is a fact. That is a fact. There will be things cut out. I will make sure. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about. We got to talk about some people call Unc. I don't know why.
Yeah.
If he's not your family member, I don't know why you calling him Unc.
You look alike, though, right?
You. That's a crazy time to do this to him right now. But yeah, you.
No, in a good way.
Yeah.
Hygiene, hustler.
Yeah.
Good looking, handsome.
Yeah, that's fair.
Niggas, you know. Black don't crack.
It's true.
All right. Anyway, Shannon Sharpe got himself into some shit. There is now a sexual assault case put on him now from what was this? The Tony Busby?
Who? The girl?
No. That's the.
Oh yeah, the
lawyer. Because he's the one that got an accusation on Jay-Z, which was disproven, whatever the case is. But the Shannon Sharpe thing seems very, very real. Very disturbing. Some of the text messages. First off, I didn't need to see all that shit. None of the shit that they posted about, didn't need to see it. I don't know why Shannon Sharpe thought that was a good idea to post any of those texts and show any of those whatever, but no. The voicemails were disturbing. Everything about this is disturbing as fuck. Not gonna lie. Go ahead, say something.
No,
you're dying to say something.
No, it's just I didn't see it coming, but you know, horny, former NFL player on roids. And he got a lot going on in there, and he was already crazy before he started. He got older, so
yeah, it
just manifested as he started getting more money, more popularity, more women started seeing him and Ocho on the podcast, and you know, once, especially successful black men, women tend to migrate more to that specific group, and it's you gotta be smart, you gotta be trained in a way to handle the women, the temptations that come along with your high level of fame, and
he was not.
Yeah, no,
at
he was just,
fucking all.
No, he should. For him, where he came from, and how he grew up, he should
know better.
Yeah,
the race play stuff or the whatever he was into, weird. Absolutely. Again, stuff I didn't need to see. I didn't want to see any of the shit. But he caught himself up bad, and also the thing that fucks me up is how old is he? 56, 7?
56.
And dealing with a 19-year-old woman.
Go ahead, E.
Disgusting. Anyway, yeah.
Have you ever told a girl in your life that you would choke her?
No.
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 He got, no? Oh. I feel like those text messages, those videos, whatever it was put out, not at Shannon. They're going to have to build a jail with all of R. Kelly's and Diddy's. They're just, every year, they're just adding to it. 19 years old is crazy.
Disgusting. Like, again, almost 60. You round up to his age, he's 60.
He's what, he want to be a sugar daddy, I guess?
I don't know. What?
Second guy. Second, it's like, well, you're what, 29?
Yeah.
Damn.
You're 28.
Yep.
I'm 28. What is that, a 37-year difference?
Mm-hmm.
We're not even 37 yet. And this person wouldn't even be born.
No.
That's the age gap between them.
So, I don't feel comfortable talking to anyone that isn't like 24 and above.
Yeah.
Like that is like, and I don't even, you know what I mean? Like I need someone that's around my age. I don't know how he's dealing with a girl that just graduated high school, basically.
People are at that age grooming their family, grandchildren.
Yeah.
Some people are messing with 19-year-olds.
That's a fact. Pull the mic closer to you, by the way. But yeah, no, I don't understand his. There you go. You got it. There you go. I don't understand his thought process in any way, shape, or form in terms of being like, yeah, this sounds like a good idea. Nothing about it is a good idea. Not anything he did is a good idea. And especially where he was going in his career, why the fuck would he do that?
Just, I don't know, man. It's been a rough couple of years for us, for the famous black men, you know.
Them BBLs will be having you acting different. I heard it. I've never tried one, but I've heard it. I've never
tried one. Bro. Oh my God, bro. I'm dying right now. All right. Yeah, any other thoughts on this, Zay?
I don't know, man. I don't know. They gotta
Come on. It took a sip of
these
thought.
famous people, man. They just stay in the house. I don't know what to tell them. Stay in the house.
She saw $100 million and she capitalized perfect.
Well, he's not getting that now.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely lost. He said he's not coming back to ESPN until NFL preseason.
I mean, duh.
AKA, he's not coming back.
You know, by Disney.
That shit's
We're not having none of that.
No.
We got Marvel movies coming out. We can't be associated with Shannon right now.
No, not at all.
Messing up our promo.
They took Paul Pierce out for an Instagram Live. They're definitely not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For that.
Disney don't play. People gotta understand.
No. And Stephen A was talking about it like, I don't know if I'm going to bring him back. And that was his boy, basically. He's like,
when Disney tells you to do something, you do it.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that's what I'm saying, though. Like,
they're not called Big D for no reason.
Yeah.
They've never been called that.
Oh, wrong Big D.
They are the big boss. They are the big boss.
Yeah, no, there's no way they come back or there's no way he comes back for that. I mean, he'll still have his podcast, but Colin's not going to sign him back, I don't think. Because he's with the Colin Cowherd's the Volume. I think he's looking to go elsewhere unless they're going to offer him a big bag. I don't think they're going to now, though, after that. So, generational fumble, rather. Generational fumble there.
It was all going so well.
I low-key did not like his podcast anyway, to be honest. Club Shay Shay did not care for it.
The Cat Williams episode.
The Cat Williams episode was great. The Cat episode, honestly, God, after that, the Cat Williams episode, I just did not like it.
I will disagree. I think Keke Palmer's episode was
that was a good one.
Phenomenal.
She is good on like everything.
I think that his podcast was more directed towards I don't say this, like African American community. I think he had a lot of like directed towards a lot of people. Like he had Cat Williams, Keke.
They came bringing on the Wayans family and everybody.
Yeah. So
it's not even the guest that's the problem, because I would watch. Keke Palmer's hilarious. It's just the questions he would ask are kind of trash. I'm just not. I was not into his interview style at all. And it got to a point where it was so like just weird drama based stuff, and I'm I was like, I don't really fuck with this. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, and with some of the clips, maybe I have to watch a more full episodes. But like the full episodes I was watching outside of Cat, I was not really like into. The Johnny Manziel one was cool. I was impressed with that one, but like everything else, I can't remember one that I did like Damon Wayans a little bit. The Damon Wayans was good because I think Damon's one of the best.
If you want to watch a funny one, the Andrew Schultz episode is very good too.
Andrew Schultz. I was shocked he put him on there though too, because of everything Andrew was going through. But I'm shocked by that one. But Yeah, no, I mean, there's definitely, he can have a moment of like talking to someone in a good way, but there was just moments where I'm like, yeah, this is just some bullshit, really, to be honest. I just wasn't a huge fan of the Club Shay Shay after a little while.
I think you have to be a fan of Shannon to like Shannon.
Yeah.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
I liked it more than the sports podcast with Chad, though. I didn't really care for that either.
I love that one.
Yeah, they're just hysterical. They just be talking.
No, yeah, they're just yapping the whole time. There's absolutely no analysis or sports talk.
No.
Even it's just like they're just gonna say some shit. He asked about Sky Bree on the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Who is Shannon?
Yeah.
He's obsessed with those
type of women.
wonderful type of women.
The OnlyFans woman, yeah. We know. He probably definitely has a couple
Her
subscriptions.
number one supporter.
It's more than likely the case.
Must be nice.
It must be nice.
No, to have a number one supporter. I don't have a number one fan. Do you?
Yeah, it's woman.
Oh,
Yes.
my woman.
Mother.
Yeah. outside
You and your
of,
mom still beefing sometimes?
always. I love her though. But always. My girl is my number one supporter. Shout out to you, Hell. Shout out to you.
Shout out to the girlfriends.
Amen.
Oh, what are you dapping me up for? I have nothing to contribute on that end. Anyway, we got to talk about WrestleMania. We can talk about all the other matches in a little bit, but we got to talk about the main event. We all watched it together. Zay, of course, happens to walk in just in time for it to start.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
He's gone for the whole week. Comes back randomly at night for Cody Rhodes versus John Cena.
Of course, can't miss Cody Raheem Rhodes. I don't miss my guy.
Well, unfortunately, I wish I missed it.
Yeah,
That match was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that that's what they cooked up for this. First off, it wasn't even really like promoted that well, like at all. Like John Cena barely came on, which was kind
His
of
promos were fire. He was doing.
Yeah, but he did it once every 3 months.
That's fine. It's John
You can't.
Cena.
No, because John Cena did not do well. John Cena did not do shit.
It's not what he's there for.
What just because he's John Cena, that's it?
That's how the business world works. Rock comes back because what? He's the Rock and part owner.
But he was also coming back a decent amount, like regularly. John Cena was never there.
Well, how many times do you expect him to be there?
I expect him to be there the amount of times he told us that he was going to be there. He said he was going to be there from the moment he said, I have a year left and I'm staying until WrestleMania. And now he's got 27 more dates.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, okay, so now we're extending it because you're obviously the champion. You have to, because it makes no sense for you to just win the shit and then fucking leave. What are you going to do, give it back to Cody Rhodes after all that? Like
Hollywood bosses, everybody else. Hollywood runs everything.
It's just a shitty, just the worst build-up ever. The worst match of the night. The worst match of WrestleMania, probably.
Yeah.
From 1 to 10, would you rate it?
That match? Oh, Cody's entrance was amazing. I saw that before I came in with the retractable Iron Man. Come on now. Cody gets an 8 regardless. The match, I give it like a 5.
Okay, so we round that take 5, take 2, 7.5.
Cody made him look good.
His
Suit
was fire.
Oh God,
for sure.
Shout out Cody. Shout out the boys. Shout out Homelander.
But this is what pissed me off though. They made Cody Rhodes look like such a bitch at the end. With I can't hit you with the belt. Why? Just hit him with the fucking belt. You had no problem doing any other shit. Now all of a sudden you're too.
I would have gave his ass a shiner.
and then Travis Scott, bro.
Hold it.
Yeah, shout out. I wish that would have been great for him to cut after that.
Everything about that match was terrible, beginning to end. 5 is too high to me.
5 is too high.
I give it a 3 at best.
I'm not gonna.
And I'm just talking about the match. I'm not talking about the entrance and anything else. The match was fucking horrible, and then all the promo before it was just bad.
I can say this. Me not being a WWE fan, me seeing a dozen WrestleMania main events, I will say this definitely was at the bottom. It's tough though seeing one of your favorite superstars grow old. It's tough because John Cena was always like, it was him, and then
of course,
I think now he got to the age where he can't throw the Big Show over his shoulder. So I think he probably was like, whew, I don't know if I got 45 minutes in me. I got 20. Let's see how well it goes.
Right.
And I think that he got to that 20-minute mark. He looked at somebody and said, that's it.
Yeah.
And I think that's how it went down.
Oh, 100%. I mean, again, I think the build up for the match was just not good either. Like, I remember you sitting there and being like, I'm bored, bro. I was like, no, bro, it's gonna build. And then it ended and I was like,
No.
that was it? That was the way it ended?
Because last year, didn't The Undertaker come out for half a second?
It was a whole thing.
Yeah. I think it was a whole thing.
Undertaker, John Cena, The Rock.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns, the whole
Phenomenal.
both Uso brothers, Solo, like it was a whole thing.
Glad I didn't miss it.
Which again, I mean, that's hard to replicate.
In person?
Yeah, honest to God, yeah, you're lucky with that one. But it's hard to replicate that. I understand that, but also at the same time, it's like there was no build up beforehand. There was no build up to it. It was just like, oh, well, here's the match.
I always say this, me being a big UFC fan, a big boxing fan, every time a match is over, you have 12 months to try to beat that if you want. And I think that WWE had 12 months to have the chance to make the match better than what it was. So I can agree it wasn't that good. No. But if I had to rate it, I'd probably give it a 6, just because I respect John Cena. I can't give it anything lower than that.
Yeah.
Just because he went out there at his age, did his thing.
Yeah.
But the quality of the fight.
Yeah, it was
Tough. I mean, I will say this too. I think it's more of a booking thing than an actual wrestler thing. Like the way they portrayed it is just, I didn't like how they did Cody Rhodes because I felt like he didn't really even get like a good match. Like realistically, like they didn't portray him really well at all. John Cena kind of was. I mean, John Cena was old, so you're not expecting him to do all the crazy shit he used to do.
Yeah, but Cody's face of the company, so
Yes.
he'll be all right.
He won it last year.
Yeah, he won last year.
12 months ago. Okay, WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I do remember watching that.
Do you think he's still the face of the company now? Like,
Yes.
what do you think they're gonna do for him?
Him and Roman.
Back again?
No, you say face of the company?
No, I'm saying, what are they going to do for Cody Rhodes now for him to stay the face of the company?
Can I throw out a future?
Yeah, do it.
Today is April 25th, 2025. Next year, Logan Paul will be on his way to be fighting for the WrestleMania Championship.
Which one though?
Spot.
Like the one that John Cena has right now.
He will be fighting for that. What is that one called?
It's not heavyweight.
No,
it's just the WWE Championship.
Yeah, WWE, if they keep it, right?
Yeah, if they keep it.
If they keep it.
Cody should fight for the new one if they make a new one. Him and Roman. Or him, Roman, Seth.
Yeah, what's supposed to be the new one now?
I don't know. Triple H. He'll cook up something.
He will.
He'll cook up something. But
Yeah.
Roman's always, first off, phenomenal. Roman Reigns, phenomenal. Everything.
Oh, that match was great.
Yeah,
Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk. Great match.
That dude's a stud.
Who? Roman Fire.
Man walks in.
One of my goats.
You move out the way.
That's a fact.
One of my goats.
That's a
It's a big body.
One of my goats.
Excuse me.
One of your what?
One of my goats.
One of your goats?
For a wrestler.
I think he's up there. Especially like how, I don't want to, this isn't, he wasn't the best with promos early on. Like very bad at speaking on the microphone, very bad at like, I don't want to say wrestling. He was always a great wrestler, but it was like everything else attached to Roman isn't what it is today. And the way he's become the guy is insane. With that being said, Seth Rollins and CM Punk also did an amazing job.
Seth Rollins has.
And I thought he was washed. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought Seth Rollins was losing a little bit, but like
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
God damn.
Cody, phenomenal.
How many goats are you giving?
Currently?
Overall,
Or all
give me your
time?
top 4.
Mount
Sorry, I'm asking the questions. My bad.
No,
you
you're
good. Mount Rushmore all time or currently?
All
right
time.
now. All time?
4.
HBK.
Okay.
Great choice.
Undertaker.
Ooh, okay.
Stone Cold.
Gotta be the last one.
I could either, Mount Rushmore's 4, right?
Yeah.
I'll put Cena there.
Who?
I'll put Cena there.
Over Roman.
I don't know, man. Roman is creeping into my.
Oh, wow.
He is creeping up because
The story
for
behind it is cool.
him for doing taking it from when he had leukemia, 2020 till now, 5 years straight, just main event, and every match has been good. He is creeping up. First off, Hulk Hogan can kick
rocks.
First, Hulk Hogan's
terrible.
Don't get me started on him, bro.
Absolutely.
He could. Him and then Seth. Hot take. Maybe not hot take. I have probably seen Seth Rollins has been there since what,
2013, 12?
Yeah, 2012, 13. I think I've maybe seen when he really started becoming like his own person. I think I've maybe seen 2 bad matches, 2 bad wrestling matches.
No, he can't. It's almost impossible for him to.
He
put out
can
a
work.
match.
He can literally like you. There's an interview. He said he's like, yeah, I can work with anybody. I was like, yo, I was thinking back. He can really work with anybody. He had like a 35-minute match with just a no-name nobody, and it was crazy. So yeah, I will go there. But
that's a good one.
Top 4.
So I'm gonna keep the same 3 of Undertaker, Stone Cold, and Cena.
Okay.
But I'm gonna replace HBK with The Rock.
Ooh, okay, that's a good
The
point.
Rock is my GOAT.
Okay.
My absolute. From the moment I've watched wrestling, that was my GOAT. So he was never going to be replaced. Really, the tough one for me with HBK is he had a little bit of time where he was really not the best. When he's at his best, there's nobody like watching HBK. But at the same time, there was moments, and this because I watch a lot of like fucking like biographies, and this is my nerd shit is the WWE. Like wrestling is my nerd thing. Like there are so many like interviews and talks about HBK, and like a lot of matches weren't the best because of how fucked up he was on drugs and everything else. So it's like he had to take some time away. He was gone for a minute too. He was gone for a couple years. The Rock never left. And if he left, it was because of movies and came back. It was never because of
to film those terrible movies.
Yeah, they were bad catalog there. However, when he came back to the WWE, immediate star. Immediate star. So yeah, I would say that's the 4. HBK is probably at 5 though. And then Roman is up there. Seth Rollins is creeping up there himself. Like there's a lot of current guys right now that I genuinely love.
Okay.
I don't know if Cody Rhodes will ever get there.
He's I don't know. He's over right now. Like
he's over for sure.
Yeah.
I just don't know if he's ever going to reach that because he was in the WWE for so long of not being the guy at all. Like he was Stardust
but this second reign is crazy.
Oh, fantastic!
I think that we need to start, even in the NBA, we need to start doing categories of generations of GOATs. Because as time progresses, there's so many good people, and it's very hard to seclude the ones that are great.
Right.
So, like, you'll say your top 4, and if you say, oh, this is the top 4 from the 90s, from the 2000s, and then you break it down, I think it becomes a little easier. But
right. And then, like, we didn't, like, again, we're talking about our era, which is Attitude Era, and then what do we call the era after that?
Ruthless Aggression Era?
Yeah. Like, that was our shit. Before that was, like, Ric Flair, and we don't like Hulk Hogan, but, like, he was the big name. Andre the Giant.
Why don't you, like, guys just, like, I know why, but I want to know why you guys
Why I don't like Hulk Hogan? Because I thought, honest to God, his wrestling matches were not good.
He was just blonde, white American, and had the American theme song, and pure white American loved him.
He copied off of a lot of people, too. I just watched, it's funny, I just watched the Dark Side of the Ring episode with, his name was Superstar Billy Graham. It's literally the same fucking guy. Hulk Hogan just took that and ran with it. He had the blonde hair, the colorful, like, scheme, same moves. He did this.
Hulk Hogan was just marketable. Boy.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan was marketable because he was the guy that knew how to like say the right thing.
Yeah,
because he was in a company that was going a little bit more PG-13 as opposed to wrestling back in the day where it was like really dark. Yeah. So it was like they're gonna market this guy with the fucking handlebar mustache and the blonde hair and the whole thing, red and yellow and all that shit. Like he sucks. He fucking sucks.
He is. Like just bad.
Is he worse than Goldberg?
Oh my God!
I would take Goldberg every day over Hulk.
I like Goldberg. I love Goldberg in The Longest Yard.
Yeah.
Goldberg, he was hilarious in The Longest Yard.
Yeah,
I know you don't like him, but I'm telling you right now, that spear is better than any move Hulk Hogan has.
What moves does Hulk Hogan have?
The leg drop?
No, that's not a move.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's his big move is a fucking leg drop. That's it.
He was champion for what, 2.5 years?
Yeah.
For what reason?
No, at all. There's no reason for it.
And I can't stand Goldberg, but we'll take Goldberg over Hulk Hogan any day of the week.
Is there any wrestler that was that high that is as bad as Hulk?
Just
Because I don't really count the really tall dudes because they were just there to be tall.
yeah,
like the Great
they
Khali
can't do
was,
much. They can't do too much.
The Great Khali was just there because he was freakishly huge.
Did
Like
Kane win anything?
Yeah.
he won he wasn't like very decorated with his wins, but I mean his staying power there was for a very long time. And then once he switched off of Kane, it even worked. So
What about the Great Khali?
he sucked.
He sucked.
He was just there to be big.
I'm thinking Edge, phenomenal.
I was gonna. He's in
Edge's
my.
fantastic.
He's in my top.
Yeah.
He's in my top.
Chris Jericho.
Edge is in your top 4.
For liking. I don't.
Just like fandom.
Because for me and I say this not against you guys.
That's not your thing,
I'm
yeah.
a UFC fan.
Yeah.
I can't get behind something that's scripted. But leading up into, I love WWE, and I still do. I think that I don't have enough time to like WWE and UFC.
Right.
I respect WWE, but I love something that you go out and you show your pure talent in UFC. I think WWE is more entertaining.
Those women's matches are crazy.
Yes, I
That's
think,
a fact.
and it's more entertaining, and it's. I don't say it's more skillful, but it's more thought.
Yeah.
Just because you have to have this ability to run around for 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, 100%.
Just knowing you're gonna win, but we have to make it look good for 60,000 people.
Right.
That's so hard, and I don't think enough people give credit. I like UFC just because you have to go out and it's pure.
That's it. It's a whole different acumen of
But
fighting.
my
for
top
sure.
4 was Edge, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels,
Of course.
and gotta go Batista.
Yeah.
Batista was great.
Yeah.
And Batista really grew because there wasn't a lot there, and then he just became a monster.
But like you guys are saying, it's so hard. There's so many good ones. We grew up in
AJ Styles.
Yeah, we grew up in an era
And
where
they did
it
him
was
dirty,
just
too.
like
Yeah. TNA AJ Styles is.
Different. I mean, we're not saying Randy Orton, Kurt Angle,
Yes,
Eddie
yes,
Guerrero,
yes.
Jeff Hardy,
Yes.
Little Ray Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio. And the thing is with Jeff too, like we bring up Jeff a lot on this pod, to be honest. But like you know how we reference like 2016 Uzi, 2008 Hardy, Jeff Hardy.
yes,
Is-
yes.
When he had the spinner belt.
Yes, bro.
For
There
like
was
2 days.
What did they
Yeah.
say? If he didn't do drugs, he would have been the biggest. He would have been the face.
He was
of the-
over like crazy.
He was over so crazy, and that's because he kind of separated himself as a solo guy, and was still able to do the shit that he's still doing that shit now,
Yeah, jumping off ladders.
Yeah.
and he's doing that sober now.
Yeah.
at
He was good in the hood. He was good in the hood.
Do you guys believe in everybody gets a chance in life to be great?
Yeah.
But you can't ruin it.
Yeah.
And I think that if you're here, you got to take that opportunity because you might never get it again.
Right, yeah. That's what it was. At the same time, like still he had a great career regardless. But as a guy that could have been number
Yes,
one,
yes.
Oh God.
yeah, he had it, and just it's unfortunate, which is more of a, again, I'm not
Fighting
gonna,
personal demons.
yeah, absolutely. There's nothing you can do there. But he still had a very fruitful career regardless. Like he really did a great job for himself. Same with Matt, obviously. But there's a lot of wrestlers that like, even like mid-card level that I just love and appreciate. Like just like stupid characters. Like The Godfather was hilarious. He was funny as shit.
The Boogeyman.
The Boogeyman Dwarves was amazing. Was
Saturday night come on like 8:30. You'd be like, what? You'd be like, what?
Yeah. What was a wrestler that you remember watching being like, yeah, they gotta cut this shit immediately?
Snitsky.
Oh, the one with the dirty ass teeth,
Yeah.
right?
What's to do with the sock?
Mankind. Mick Foley.
Foley. He's up there too. That's one of the goats.
Cactus Jack.
That's another one of the goats. I love
Cactus
that.
Jack. That's where Travis got her from.
Yeah. That was so he had like 3 different characters. He had Mick Foley, Dude Love, and then Mankind. I think Mankind was the one with the sock.
Who has the best physique? WWE.
Brock Lesnar in 2003.
Okay.
All time
I'm
or
gonna
like
say
go ahead. Yeah.
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Between him and Brock.
If we're talking about people like
Rock's trap.
yeah,
Bro, what?
yeah, no, it's nuts. I was gonna say if we're talking about people that we grew up watching, it's probably one of those two. If not, it's gonna be, and again, me and Zay talked about this. Tony Atlas. He was way back in the day.
Yeah, he was.
This
Because
dude-
he was a professional bodybuilder.
Yes, and he was a fucking
Monster.
beast. They did a Dark Side of the Ring with him too. And by the way, they explained the face thing, the stepping on the face thing.
Yeah.
It makes a little bit more sense now. Because he had a bad accident where like his skull was cracked in half and he thinks he has brain damage from it. So I was like, okay, that's not just something you kind of picked up just for fun. Like that might be like a thing that goes on up here that you're messed up from, maybe. I don't know. But I was like, they still showed him doing it, like a girl doing it. And I'm like, okay, you can skip this part, please.
That's the best finisher.
Where's the best?
Oh, RKO.
Yeah, it gotta be.
It's RKO. It's RKO. Edge's spear is amazing too. And that's a low key one.
Shawn Michaels kick.
Sweet shit music or RKO, because you can hit it on anybody.
No, that's a fact. And you know what? It's the moments that they do it.
When he
too.
kicked Shelton Benjamin off the rope.
Oh my God.
Have you guys ever seen someone do that in person?
Yeah.
No.
You don't want to get hit with them in person.
No. Fuck no. Absolutely not. It's one of those two. The Eddie Guerrero's Frog Splash.
Rob Van Dam's Frog Splash.
Okay, you're right, actually. No, you're right. Rob's is better. Rob's is better.
Love recipes Eddie, but Rob's
Rob's
crazy.
better.
Rob would turn
Good call
in
out.
midair to do the frog splash.
If we're talking tag team, I love the Dudley Boys through the table.
Yeah, the
Get
3D?
tables.
Yeah.
That's
3D's good.
That's a legendary one. I still like the sock one with Mankind. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that shit was hilarious. That shit's just stupid. I love that. But yeah, I mean, all of the best finishes to me are from current day moves or like our era.
Oh, Seth Rollins' stomp is crazy.
The Seth Rollins stomp is fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's
to get back to the WrestleMania thing though. Seth Rollins now being with Paul Heyman. I didn't
and Braun Breaker now.
And Braun Breaker, but I'm talking about just specifically because he was supposed. I thought it was funny. He was supposed to like stomp out Paul Heyman. He didn't. He's like, now you owe me. I'm like, that's not how transactions work. But okay, sure, whatever. You didn't beat my ass, so now you owe. Okay, whatever. But him going with Seth Rollins is a very nice twist. I knew he wasn't going to go back with Roman Reigns. I thought he was going to go back with CM Punk. Maybe I was a little bit naive on that one.
Yeah.
But the switch up to Seth Rollins was great. That's going to be huge for storylines. And now with Braun Breaker.
Him and Roman are supposed to feud for the rest of the year. Seth Rollins.
100%.
So that's going to be.
Yeah.
That's going to be next year WrestleMania most likely. That'll be phenomenal.
The only thing.
WrestleMania next year.
Huh?
Do you know where location is?
No, I don't. I don't think they announced it.
They announced it. Possibly Orlando. Possibly.
That's a more doable one than Las Vegas. That one was never going to happen. For me, at least. I was
you wouldn't have went? You're saying?
If it was affordable for the wallet I have today, I would have went. However,
for the wallet I have today, I like that phrase.
Yeah.
I was start using that.
Yeah.
WrestleMania tickets expensive. They're expensive.
Yeah, because they're in stadiums. I mean, they're going to do.
I think that
especially if you go 2 days. That's
Yeah.
Depending on the state you're in, obviously.
That's true.
Philly was probably a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, Philly's probably the cheapest one you're going to get.
It was easier for you. You didn't have to.
Philly probably when you're going, they have it at the Giant Stadium. It'll probably be the same.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to that one. That's not even a question. I'm not missing.
But we gotta be
WrestleMania.
close. Like if we go, like I don't want to be like I could see our house from the nose.
You just stay home. Like those people get the NBA game.
I'd rather just you have a better view on your couch. So if we go, like I gotta be able to, you know what I'm saying, touch their neck. No, I'm kidding.
Touch her sweat.
Open neck them. No, I'm kidding.
Open neck them is crazy. They definitely would run with it too. If they got hit with it, they definitely would make something out of that.
Oh yeah, they have their WWE.
Their on the spot stuff is crazy.
It's
amazing.
Insane.
And that's why, like, even though I'm not like a fan of speed in any way,
that was phenomenal.
that was Royal Rumble, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
The Prime bottle.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
When he got speared at the Royal Rumble, Speed.
Braun Breaker.
I did see that.
That was after the.
I heard Triple H say he's not going to go light on you. He's going to hit you full.
Bro,
like,
Speed's a different human.
Yeah.
Physique. We're talking about physique. Braun Breaker. He is. He might be huge. He's one of the craziest athletes I've seen on any sport in my life.
And then I would say Scott Steiner, but he was so clearly on roids, I don't even count it.
Like,
Bobby Lashley was roid.
Yeah, like
they're all on roids, so I guess it really doesn't matter.
like bad.
Yeah, but like, it was like Scott doesn't do anything. Like Bobby looked like he at least went to the gym. Scott was like, and then that was pretty much his gym lift. Like he wasn't.
Randy's physique now. Well, Randy already had a pretty nice physique.
He's a big boy now.
Yeah, I don't know where
he said he's 290 right now.
He's a diesel.
6'5".
6'5". He always had like big quads and thighs.
Yeah.
He's just
As you get older, your test level goes down. So
yeah. I always found it funny that Triple H became like this monster out of nowhere. I'm like, who are you fooling?
Yeah.
Who are you fooling right
He
now?
was.
Yeah.
Like, you are not this big.
Him with the long hair was crazy.
Yeah.
It's like Super Saiyan 5.
Yeah.
Goku.
Everybody
That's
with
a fact.
everybody with the
God, it was ridiculous.
everybody with the spinner belt looked phenomenal.
That's a fact.
It's
And some people didn't like. I mean, I remember Edge saying he didn't like that shit.
yeah. Then he wore it and looked phenomenal.
Yeah, it looked great.
That's because everybody wants to keep traditional,
Shut up.
older white folks. So you got to keep the traditional belt, and just Hulk Hogan had
If
it.
we
and all
kept the
that.
traditional, everyone would still be fucked up on drugs.
Yeah. Like
At
that spinner belt was crazy.
That's why I suggest these Dark Side of the Rings.
Time?
to people, man.
Yeah.
That's why I suggest these Dark Side of the Ring episodes to people. Because like you get a real view of like back then to what it is now. So different. Like they were.
Listen,
Yeah, like NBA. Everybody wants Coke.
As much as people
Yeah.
hate Vince McMahon, he had some really good match ideas.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's a creative to the fullest.
Yes. Outside,
But he
of-
had to go. He had to go.
He just had. It was his time.
It was his time for multiple reasons. That it fell off creatively, and also
he got old, and I heard a couple things.
yeah. Not to mention, honestly,
Shout out to
why-
Triple H.
why did he do the mustache like that? I don't get it. It was a whole thing.
When he used to come out with the do rag, yo, I said, "Come on, man."
And he said the word. I was
Yeah,
like,
he
bro.
said the word several times on live TV.
It's like I was young. I said, wait a minute.
Yeah, I said.
Do we have the replay? We didn't have the replay, so I had to act like, wait a minute. Did he just say
Yeah,
that?
it's like, that's nuts. Well, yeah, a lot of the other matches were great too. Jey Uso winning heavyweight championship was amazing. Dominic Mysterio, Intercontinental Champion. I was
good.
hype.
Yeah,
he was making food downstairs for him and his sister and me and Haley, and I was just sitting up there. I'm like, oh shit, Dominic just won. Oh my god, like it was.
He's good. He was good.
I know that they were asking who's the number one hated wrestler now, and it was him.
Yeah, because he draws heat, but now it's probably not that anymore. Because when he won, that shit popped more than any match.
It was a
the
good
whole
match.
weekend. Not only was it a good match, they were like
Cheering for him.
cheering for him,
It's awesome.
crazy.
It's awesome.
He popped more than anybody else that night. I think
Saw Joe Henry.
Joe Henry came out.
Joe Henry's phenomenal. I believe in him.
I was a little shocked. I was so confused on what they were going to do with Randy. I was so happy they gave it to Joe. I didn't know who else they were going to give it to.
That's my guy.
Yeah, Joe will be back. Joe will be back
Yeah.
for sure. Like he's easy on his way. The Tiffany Stratton Charlotte Flair match, it was all right.
Yeah.
The build up was better than the actual match itself, but Tiffany was great. Charlotte, I can do without. I'm over it.
Two blondes wrestling. What are you What are you gonna do?
The better women's match was Io Sky. What'd she say?
Said I'm here for it.
The better match was Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea.
yeah.
That shit was
Support
incredible.
women's sports.
Of course.
Absolutely. No, but Io, I was happy she won that shit. I kind of wanted Bianca to win it, but I'm like, I think Io,
She's ripped like crazy.
crazy, insane. Like it's ridiculous.
Like her abs stick out so much. It doesn't,
Yeah.
bro, it's insane.
Yeah, I'm like, what's the regimen? 'Cause I don't understand how you get there. But yeah, no, they all did an incredible job. That was a great match. I think we covered everything match wise. I don't remember anything else. So we'll just get right to the next one. The Mount Rushmore, and I don't know why they keep doing these AI Mount Rushmores, but the Mount Rushmore for white rappers. Did they get it right? Because it was Eminem,
Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers, and B Rabbit.
So can we go on? Can we go in order?
Yeah, it was. Well, I'm saying the ones that were on there. So it was Eminem, Mac Miller, Paul Wall, Russ.
I'm gonna say they got 1 out of 4.
Yeah.
I think they got 2.
And Russ is Sicilian.
I know.
Yeah.
He is saying. Shout out to the long look.
I think they got 2.
You're gonna say Mac, right?
Yeah, Mac and M. And then I'm pretty much open to anything else. I mean, Paul Wall is great.
Did we hear your 4?
I honestly have to even think about it because I'm not even
Can you hear
sure.
it or you want me to give
Yeah,
them
you
mine?
go.
Yeah, you go.
No order. Of course, number one. Shout out to Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
He's not human. Number two, I think MGK. Not in any order. I'm just saying out of 2 out of 4. MGK. I think Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow, his style is going to be around for a long time. And then I'm going to go number 5, Millie's. I think that I'm going off of, not popularity, I'm going off of when I close my eyes, I want to listen to some good lyrical music. Those top 4, I think, are the top 4 best Caucasian. I think Mac Miller, very, very good. Rest in peace. I think Russ is very good. If you throw Logic in there too, he's light skinned, but
Yeah, you know,
he
got a Negro dad.
Yeah, but I think my big 4 is Millie's, Jack Harlow, Eminem, and MGK.
Okay. I'm not terribly mad at that. Like I said, we talked about this. I don't really know Millie's like that.
Yeah. He up there.
Him and Jada.
If you get Jada to do songs with you, that's telling
Yeah,
a lot.
Right. I will say Jack, I need a little bit more time on to put him on
that's
there.
fair, that's
Yeah, 'cause he's newer.
But my question to you is this: what makes Mac Miller on there? And this is no
Right.
right or wrong answer. I'm just curious. What makes Mac Miller on there in the short amount of time that he produced compared to, let's say, Logic? Let's say Logic. Whoever doesn't make it over, let's say Logic. We'll use Logic.
Yeah,
as an
Logic. That's
example.
fair. Well, to me, one, I think the music for Mac is way better.
Okay.
Way better. I think Logic's first mixtapes and first 2 albums are really good.
Okay.
And I will stand on that. Everything after that, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm very good on. To me, also, Mac, while obviously he only lived till 26, 27, he put out a lot of music during that time. He dropped
a lot of mixtape SoundCloud music.
a lot of mixtapes, well, even a lot of albums too. Like he has, I think, 7 albums. Like he's got a good amount of projects out there already. Like he already had a pretty big catalog to begin with. And then I'm going to put him in there because he's my go, but my white go. But I personally, to me, I think Mac only really had one bad album.
Okay.
Whereas Logic had several post The Incredibly True Story, I think, and then maybe one of the Tarantino mixtapes was cool. But anything after that for me, I can't get behind. It's not for me. I think he fell into a lane of like trying really hard to be the storytelling Kendrick and J. Cole guy, and then with hits he tried to be Drake, and with other music he tried to be other rappers, and he would kind of lost himself in a lot of it. And now he's making music that I think he wants to make again, and it's not terrible. He's obviously a great rapper technically, but technicality wise, but I just don't love Logic's music post 2016 or whatever. But I still don't know who I would. MGK I disagree with just because I don't think he's good either. That's neither here. I don't think he's a good rapper.
You don't like him or you don't think he's good?
I don't think he's good. I don't have one album that I've listened to fully that I've liked. He's got good songs. I'm not saying he doesn't have good songs. I'm not saying he can't rap. I just don't like his music. It's not for me.
Do you remember the rap beef between him and M?
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, I also think he won that too.
He beat M.
I thought the diss was better, but also I didn't really care for it, to be quite honest.
So you think, and this is just me asking a simple question, you think somebody that beat Eminem in what Eminem is considered the greatest rapper ever, somebody that beat him doesn't make Mount Rushmore?
But I also think Eminem post, again, this is like a Logic thing where it's like Eminem post a certain time wasn't great. And I think MGK caught him at a time where he wasn't the best rapper. Like Eminem top tier versus MGK top tier, Eminem is smoking him. There's no question about that.
So you think that when he dropped, when they went against each other in that diss, M wasn't at his, at least, he was on the decline.
Yes.
He wasn't at the peak.
Yes. That's what I would say. Now, again,
I disagree, and I'm not saying that.
Yeah. Right. No, that's
I just think M did so well in that rap battle that we'll use Kendrick and we'll use Drake. let the fans speak. Let the numbers speak. Kendrick Lamar's numbers on his disc compared to Drake's not even in the same category. Look at Eminem and look at MGK.
I have never, honest to God, never seen the numbers. So you could be right on that totally. And that was a beef I truly did
Eminem
not
has
give a shit about.
110 million or 100 plus million more views than MGK's.
I can fully believe it. Yeah.
Was phenomenal. So, and I always say that's how you know who won. At the end of the day, you could
whoever's
feel one
speaking
way.
the most to it. Yeah.
Yes, whoever, because you could say, I think he won. He could say, I think he won. But what is the world thing? And at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, I stand on Drake, but I gotta, I'm saying, hold my tongue and say, Kendrick got him.
I will say this too. Again, you're speaking to someone. I did not give a fuck about that beef. Like I definitely listened to both songs one time, and I was like, all right. Cool,
but you're not a fan of. I know you like rap music. I know you like the art of music. You don't, even if I don't take interest in rap, like in what they're talking about, I want to know what they're talking about and I want to understand what they're talking about. For example, Quavo and Chris Brown, what the hell are they beefing over? Now I got to go research.
Right.
So sometimes it's just understanding.
I know what they beefed about. I just like the songs didn't really, not that the songs didn't do anything for me. It's just like the beef itself didn't really pique my interest post.
Do me a favor, because it's been I don't remember the year.
2018.
Do me a favor. When you get a chance, go back.
I was just going to say, I'm going to listen to both those songs again.
But make sure you listen to MGK's first.
Yeah, because MGK dropped first. And
then listen to Eminem's and just close your eyes in a dark room and just let it marinate.
I will say that the first bar of Eminem, the flipping on the beard is weird thing was fucking hilarious. I do think that. But I couldn't tell you anything else about that beef really besides they dropped the song and they kind of
man,
so good.
He's a great artist.
So good.
He can sing, rap,
country,
rock and roll, does country, he plays his own instruments, he produces, he's
MGK to me.
From where he was with, sorry to interrupt you, from where he went with the Diddler to how he leveled up each time, and then how he went from that to is crazy.
I'll say this. If we went Mount Rushmore, Eminem's 1, I'm giving MGK 2. If I had to go top 4.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to respectfully agree to disagree on that one. That's fair. Yeah. Because even
MGK
the stuff he
got
said, nah, I'm good.
MGK got to be up there.
I'm good on him.
And I'm going off Paul Wall.
Okay.
From the time for the South.
Facts.
And everybody was messing with him up to the North. And then we got Eminem. And then we got Mac. And then we got MGK.
I like it. That's fair. Mm-hmm.
So you're leaving Logic off too.
Logic's mixed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, that's why I didn't throw him.
Okay. All right, that's fair. So because you're a Russ fan too, though.
Phenomenal. But he's still. It's
but look who he's going against.
Yeah,
that's true.
And if we're saying that, it's like Jokic is not white. He's he's from he's European and all that. So we gotta leave Russ off. But if he was pure American white, then he would obviously be on there.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And it's tough. Look who he's going against. He's going against MG. Like you're not going against
these guys.
M was blacker than all of us. Blacker, for a while. I don't know, man. That's
when I was 10 years old singing "When I'm Gone."
Right.
When I'm gone, carry on.
I wanted to say this too before I give mine. I was listening to Rory and Maul's process on it because I'm like I like people that are in music industry talking about it. I'm not putting no fucking Beastie Boys on there. I don't think I've ever
Beastie Boys. I'm dead.
I'm not putting that. Like respect to them.
That's like 85 to 93.
Yeah.
I'm not respectfully, and I love rap. The 80s rap for me, not doing it. Don't.
Yeah, it's tough.
Understand the influence and everything else. Amazing. I don't press play on that shit.
I can agree.
Respectfully.
I can agree.
So
and I think that's where we go back to the previous conversation where they should do errors. When they talk about votes, they should do errors because we speak about LL Cool J. My mom would look me in the face and say, LL Cool J is better than Drake. I'm not disagreeing with you. But I just don't know how good LL Cool J was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there. They said LL Cool J was him.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I'm not going to disagree with you. That's why I'm not going to disagree with you. But I think that
and with the Kangol hats and the sweat, bro.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
He was that man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I said 2. I might keep Paul Wall in there because I was looking to white rappers because I'm just trying to remember. I think Paul Wall is up there for the South specifically.
He did have a run.
He did have a run, and that 4th one is tough for me. Like I like Russ. I don't think he's there yet. Again, Jack Harlow, same thing. I don't think he's there yet, but they're solid guys. I would probably, if I'm talking about just rapping at that point, because again, I don't think he has the catalog, but I love the way he raps. I'd probably put Action Bronson in there.
Okay.
At least to have the conversation of Action Bronson, because New York sound, like I kind of fuck with what he does. But I never really thought MGK would be in this conversation. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not know I was in the presence of two MGK fans.
It's not even like being an MGK fan, because I am an MGK fan, but it's me having the respect for Mac Miller as I think the culture has for MGK. Like MGK would drop music. Like if you go back to like Wild Boy or Sale, these singles, a dude from Cleveland, his daughter's black.
And he's from the he's from the Cleveland
Dirt. Dirt for sure. Yeah.
He has this flow where you're like, oh, his bills are due.
Yeah.
Like that's the type of rapper I want to listen to. Oh, he got to pay something. He got to get to it.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I think he could have been there for me. Again, I don't think there was an album I really loved by him, but I think he could have been there for me if he stuck to rap.
Yeah, going back and forth, it's tough.
It's tough. That's why no one would ever put Post Malone in there, and I don't. But I think Post Malone also sucks. So like,
you say what?
I think Post Malone like posts like beer bongs and Bentleys kind of sucks. So I'm like, I'm not really.
I could agree. Yeah. That is a wonderful take. I can agree. I think Stoney and Beer Bong and Bentleys was two amazing albums. What a Time to Be Alive. I think that we were enjoying. What was that? High school?
College. I had to be college.
College. Whenever it was, we would go up to the lake, my friend Tyler's lake, Stoney and Beer Bongs, and we would listen to those on repeat. And I think Stoney damn near is a no skipper, and there's not a lot of no skipper albums. That's a damn near no skipper. Then after that, I think that he went too mainstream. So I can agree with that too.
Yeah, and then also just like dipping into the other genres.
Talking about the country album F1 Trillion. Oh, phenomenal!
I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of tough.
I know it was. Posty, May 24th. I'll see you, brother. I'm coming to Philly.
I did forget about
the cowboy boots and everything.
I did forget about the country, but the rock and pop Post Malone.
The country one is different.
The country one is tough.
I've heard it a couple times.
I was shocked.
He got in his bag for that country one.
The ones with Luke Combs, we can't go into a whole.
Luke Combs Luke Combs is good in the hood too.
Yeah,
Luke Combs is good in the hood too.
Absolutely. All right, before we get into any more topics, let's talk about the Daily Profittz.
Yes, sir.
Let's get right into it. Give us a little synopsis, Eli, of the Daily Profittz and what.
That was just my head. I ain't got one on.
He said.
Yeah.
So the Daily Profittz is a betting. We're a betting page currently. We're trying to grow with time. This is year 3. We give out sports plays daily. Daily Profittz. Last year we did a 72% win rate. We give out average 28 to 35 plays a month, and we just try to help clients long-term build capital and make money. We have about, give or take throughout the whole year, about 150 to 250 different clients that reach out to us, and we make sure that they become profitable. This year alone, April, we had a client, I'll just use one as an example. Started with $100 January 1st, and as of April 1st, he was at $2,400, and that's before the month of April. The goal by the end of the year is to get him out in between $15,000 and $20,000. Hopefully we do, but that's just one client. But yeah, we give out one sports play a day, and we try to make sure that everyone at the end of the year is profitable. The average bettor only wins at 55%. We're winning at a 70 plus, so we're making sure at the end of the year you're doing well. Shout out to Tyreek. He's he's also the co-owner.
Turner Boyd.
Amazing. Dude is phenomenal. Dude's work ethic is amazing, and year by year growing, and we're going to become something great.
That's a fact. Make sure y'all follow the Daily Profittz on all social media platforms. Real quick, how do you think we're paying for the studio time? Because this man is getting us money. Make sure y'all
all the time.
That's a fact. Make sure y'all follow them. Again, that 70% win rate is a big deal. Make sure y'all follow them on everything. Get them right now. Hit them up. Hit Tyreek up. Let's get this going.
Yes. Just reach us at the Daily Profittz on Instagram. One of us will answer. But yeah, with this week alone, we're on a 7-1 run. Yeah, just little by little.
And before what is, because everybody wants quick money, everybody wants quick cash, everybody wants hit their parlays, 12-team parlays for $10. They make $2,000. What is your best advice to those people that are trying to just make quick money fast, make big money fast, all that type of stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I always tell myself, I use Warren Buffett as an example. Warren Buffett, you guys probably know, is one of the richest people in the world, but he says fast money is not the right money. You want slow. You want to move correctly. So I think when you bet, I think that you want to take it day by day. One bet. Our strategy is 1 day, 1 play a day, 7 days a week. The goal is to hit at least 5. Stay away from parlays. Last year, if you guys get a chance to look, in Pennsylvania alone, they did $3 billion. All sports casinos did $3 billion, and 85% of it was off of parlays.
Cooked y'all.
85% of their profits were off of parlays. Stay away from them. Single bets, they only made 15% off of single bets. So look at the chances of probability of winning off of parlays are very, very low. So definitely stay near those single bets. If you're gonna bet parlays, 2-team max, but definitely stay near singles.
Yeah, everybody with your player props out there and all that type of stuff.
Trash.
Don't revenge bet.
Yep.
Take your time. Take your loss. Go to sleep. Wake up. It's a new day. If you lost 2-3 games in a row, take a few days off. Get back into it. But at the end of the day, don't rage bet, because let's say you win. Let's say you have 15 wins and 7 losses for the month. You're betting $100 at the end of the month. If you take one bet at $700 and you lose it, you broke even. Or if you end up winning it out, you can make profit. So slow wins. Take your time. And don't rush.
And let me ask a question before we move on. What do you think you do differently for the customer than any other betting site or any other person to go to in that regard?
I think that we're very transparent. I think that we're very honest with our clients. I think people will look clients in the face and tell them, "Hey, we just came off a 10-game win streak. Come bet with us." But me and Tyreek are very like, hey, if we're not making money, we're not going to take yours. We want to make sure at the end of the day, we're very ethical about our decision. So our rule is if you buy a 1-day package and it doesn't win, you get your money back. Why should we profit? Why should we make money and you don't? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how we work. Because
you post the wins and losses.
Wins and losses. And we
are
just very, very transparent. I think we don't do anything higher than a -200, so we make sure our odds are profitable.
And reasonable.
Yeah, and so I'll use, shout out to Mozzie. Mozzie is one of the best gamblers of all time. If you guys get a chance, look him up, Mozzie VS. Mozzie's strategy is he charges people $1,500 a day for plays. If you have the money, go for it. I think his strategy is good for people that can afford it. But what me and Tyreek are trying to create is something that we're trying to make everybody win. We're trying to make sure everybody at the end of the day is profitable. We want to make sure we're not doing this for today. We're not doing it for tomorrow. We're doing it for 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. So when you have a betting account of tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you only risk 1% of it per day and you lose, your emotion doesn't change. So I think what makes us different than any other sports betting agency is we're authentic to our clients, and we make sure that whatever questions you guys have are answered, and we spend a lot of time, efforts, and resources to become the best villain.
The studying ethic for you too is very high.
Yes,
researcher.
Yes. As someone who's lived with you for the past year now, the effort to study, research, put in the time and effort is undeniable.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, like, you want to be the best at your craft in your industry. You guys wake up every day and put your work in for this, right? And you guys research and you guys know what you guys are talking about. You guys are great speakers. And I think that's what makes you guys unique, and you guys are going to get to where you guys got to go. I think with us, me and Tyreek wake up first thing in the morning, he hits me, which we like, and I'm like, this is what I like, what you like, and back and forth. We look at numbers throughout the day. It's not like I woke up and said, oh, I want that play. That's what we're going to go with. No, we sit down, we get to work, and I take my losses, I don't want to say seriously, but I try to learn from them. But yeah, a lot of research goes into it because I don't want the point where I have clients betting tens of thousands of dollars, and I'm just like, oh, pick this play, and now you're down $10,000.
Right.
If you bet 10,000, you bet 1,000, you bet 100 or $5, I want you to be able to trust that every play that you get from me is researched.
Right.
So.
Good.
I thought you had something else.
Oh, no. See, he explained everything.
That's a
perfectly.
fact.
One last thing. What's today? April 25th?
Yes, sir.
2025. 5 years. Give me 5 years. We're gonna have
Stamp it.
5 years. I'm not going to say what we're going to do, but I just want you to see what we become.
That's a fact. 5. All right. Follow the Daily Profittz.
Daily Profittz.
All right. Let's talk about the NBA Most Overrated List real quick. Do you have it in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, give us the number one. How long should we go there?
This has 90 votes cast from anonymous players around the league. Tyrese Halliburton with 14.4%. Rudy Gobert, 10%. Trey Young, 8.9%. Jimmy Butler, 5.5%. Bradley Beal, 4.4%. Draymond, Ja, Julius, Joel, Giannis, Dylan Brooks, Paul George, Tyler Hero, Drew Holiday, Jaren Jackson, my glorious King LeBron, Kyle Kuzma, Sabonis, and Zion.
Okay.
Zion's at the bottom.
Zion is 2.2%.
And what does LeBron have?
2.2%.
Okay.
They just be throwing LeBron in that bullshit. All right. Start off with this. I don't think Tyrese is overrated. I think he's properly rated. Solid, really good point guard in the East. All-star, all-NBA type of caliber guy.
9 assists, 1 turnover ratio. Phenomenal.
This is fantastic. Yeah, I don't know what we're debating. The only people that don't like him are Knicks fans, a.k.a. Foder. Like,
Shout out, Mike.
shout out to Foder, but like he don't fuck with Hallie. Dame don't
Or
like him.
Trey.
He don't like Trey either. There's a lot of point guards that have broken his heart a little bit, piece by piece. But Tyrese is definitely not overrated. Rudy Gobert. Yeah,
It's a Rudy.
yeah. I don't know if even they rate him that high anymore. At this point,
It's hard with Rudy. I don't know, man.
I understand his impact, but there's
Impact on what?
like the defensive end, but like that, like he provides nothing on offense. Like it's just, I don't know. His defensive, what he does on defense is good for like the regular season, but when it's postseason time, it's not.
No, you can't play him.
No, you can't.
Especially when it's 5 minutes left.
No, there's not even a point to have him out
Now
there.
you got a $300 million person. You can't play him.
You can't play him. Yeah, it's a bad contract. It was a bad trade. It was a bad everything. I'm not.
Yeah, wait, 19 players at 18 picks for Rudy.
I think Rudy's probably the answer. Still,
Yeah, people don't like him at all.
no, it's,
People hate Rudy.
there's a reason though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like people like, yeah, everyone doesn't like Draymond. There's a reason because he's a fucking asshole. Rudy just is probably an asshole, just not in the outward
The big
sense.
Frenchman.
Yeah, they hate him. But when
Yeah.
you're taking, Draymond being on here overrated, Draymond does much more. His stats
100%,
are 8,
yeah.
5, and 4, but he does
Wow.
80 more thousand things than everybody.
He does.
Right.
Intelligence, picks, everything sets that. Like, it's much more that goes into that.
I had to pull up the list real quick because I had to see it for myself. I forget what it looked like. You named like a bunch of players. I forgot pretty much everybody. Who else is on here? I'm trying to pull it up. Trey Young. At this point, I'm getting to there. Like, I understand his stats are great, but he don't win as of recent. So like,
He can only do so much as a
As a
6'1"
I was
guard.
going to say that. He's too small.
but that's the thing though. It's like, I think he got comfortable with the Eastern Conference Finals appearance, and it's just been kind of like the same. Like, there's really not been growth. He doesn't shoot the ball like at an extreme efficient level.
I mean, they take everybody from his team every year.
What do you mean?
He do got Dyson Daniels though.
You got Dyson Daniels. Jalen Johnson was nice before the injury. Like he's got some good players on that team. Like there's some solid pieces.
They just stole DeAndre Hunter from him. Just took him right to the Cavs.
Think about it. He was realistically one shot away from making the playoffs. One shot away. But
he had 2 opportunities to get to the playoffs and still fucked it up.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but
And he kind of gave up.
and who else we looking to score on that team?
Oh, well, I'm just saying, though, like, I don't think that this... I just think that Trey, at this point, has become somebody that's just...
I think he needs to leave Atlanta.
Yeah, maybe he needs to see a different... But he wants to stay there. He said he wants to stay there.
Okay, be wealthy on a losing team. I ain't mad at you.
Jimmy Butler doesn't make sense just because, playoff time he's going to be great. And I don't like him, but I know he's going to be great. Bradley Beal... That's a tough one. My thing is he got traded to the Suns, and we all knew. I don't know about we. I'll say me. I knew exactly that shit wasn't going to work. He's just
he can't average 30 on that team.
No,
Yeah, it's tough when you have a lot of people that need the ball.
Yeah, and he plays the same. Does the same shit as Devin Booker.
Yeah.
He's a lesser version of Devin Booker.
Less efficient version.
Yeah,
of Devin Booker.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's just no reason to have 2 of the same.
We love our efficient kings in the NBA. Got to be efficient.
I don't care so much about the efficiency. It's just the fit didn't make any sense.
I can't stand when niggas be shooting 4 for 26 and they got all. That be killing me.
Oh well, I don't like it during regular season. Postseason though, it is what it is. You're just gonna have to.
Postseason, if I'm paying you $150 million, you shoot 6 for 28. I don't care if you're LeBron James' great grandfather. You're on the bench for. I don't care this rookie who's coming in. That is great. I'm gonna get into a rant real quick right now. All these big stars. I get y'all go. I'll go through all this stuff. I'm sounding like a real unk right now, but the shot selection that some of these niggas be taking is.
Give me an example. Give me an example.
The whole NBA.
Just the whole NBA. What is the shot selection that you don't like? Just the amount of threes?
The shot selection. How many people in recent over the past, I'll say month, have you seen take a mid-range jumper besides Shea
and Kawhi
and
DeRozan
and Jamal Murray?
Can I add to your thing? Excuse my language. Steph Curry got the NBA all fucked up because now everybody wants to shoot the 3 more than they do the 2. You got these little kids now, middle school, shooting the deep 3, the deep 4.
Everybody from elementary and middle school celebrating, doing their celebrations. They down 10. All like basketball just messed up. All like it's just crazy.
It is definitely not the best. Visually, I still love the NBA.
I don't.
I love NBA.
I know you don't. But
I love NBA. Playoffs.
Yes. Yeah, we're not bad. Regular season.
Well, no, it's also tough.
We'll go conference finals.
Yeah.
Conference finals.
You guys watched that OKC game last night?
Yeah, exactly. Memphis thought I know Memphis didn't think they were with it after Ja went out. Their whole heart went out.
It was over.
Down 29. I said, damn.
Because Ja was low key the best player on the floor that night too. And then once he got out, it was. I mean, all right, you're going to Jaren Jackson Jr. Good luck. No. He might be the most overrated, by the way.
Can I say who the most overrated player that I'm not going off of? Not going off of talent. That's what makes sense. Joel Embiid.
I agree.
$66 million for 3 years. What's that? $194 million or whatever.
Something like that. 180.
The dude can't do back-to-backs.
I'm with you.
Didn't make the playoffs. That should be the number 1 overrated player. I'm sorry. He's making more money.
I was with you years ago.
In one game than a doctor will all year.
Right.
So I think at the end of the day, that should be the most overrated player.
I think Rudy usually gets it just because the amount of money he gets and what he can't do offensively compared to what Joel can do offensively.
Yeah, it's true.
But when you talk about expectations, we're not fucking expecting Rudy Gobert to put 20 and 10 up. He doesn't even do that in the regular season. Yeah. I'm expecting Joel Embiid to be the MVP fucking caliber player, and he can never do it. Ever.
I think if the NBA was more strict about their contracts, I think that he magically would become healthier.
Yeah.
Okay,
so here's the thing. I still think he's actually hurt, but he does it to himself a lot too. with all the flopping he does at 7 foot, 290, 300.
He's 330.
He's 330,
Yeah,
sure.
he's 330.
Whatever the fuck he is. Bro, why are you flopping like you are a 6'2" guard? You are going to injure. As a matter of fact, you have injured people.
So you in college more?
I do. I love college.
I don't.
I love college.
I'm so the opposite.
College is
I
phenomenal.
don't like it.
That Duke game was better than any game
one?
when I went to against Arizona.
Oh, good game.
Yeah,
Good game.
Those games, like the top teams playing against each other, better than any NBA game I went to.
I think that
besides the Knicks and the Sixers and the LeBron and the Lakers one I went to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but NBA just.
I think that I say this all the time. When you watch sports, when the quantity is high and every game is not meaningful until they hit a certain point, it's not fun to watch. I think that's why football is so meaningful because every Sunday they got to go out there and you got to get your wins because if you don't, you know what? In college football, fuck around 2 losses.
Yeah, bro, college football phenomenal.
You're done. 2 losses, you're cut.
OSU's run phenomenal TV.
That final run, that
phenomenal TV run.
But that Michigan loss,
you see,
was the best thing for you guys.
It mattered. Yeah, it absolutely mattered. My thing with college basketball is you can clearly tell who's going to make the NBA and who's not. Like, there's certain guys, and I understand the Cinderella story shit. I was so happy that it was like 4 top teams that made the shit this year. To me, NBA will always have the upper echelon just because of the talent level.
Okay.
I do think, I will say this, and this is where I think where NBA gets a lot of shit. The marketing around it is so trash because it's all narrative-based stuff that they talk about. It's never about how they're playing. It's never about the game. It's never about like any breakdown of NBA. It's always about, well, this game, did this put him over this guy all time? It's like, in one game, it's not going to fucking do that. Stop having these stupid... They do that with Steph all the time. It's like, bro, let him play out his career. He's obviously, if we want to put him in the top 20 all time, sure, fine. We can do that. Cool, great, whatever. But like they're trying to put him in the best point guard of all time category. We're going to need a full fucking season, a full, career for me to see that. Why are we having these conversations when did they have this in like 2018 or some shit? Like after the whole finals runs that he was going through. Shut up about the fucking narratives. Like, just let them play it out. Talk about the play today.
What's that big going to do when they're gone? LeBron and all of them.
Well, that's the problem too. Is they don't market the new guys at all. Like Ant's phenomenal. They don't market.
Ant's not marketable. Ant's too Negro-ish. Ain't got too much.
But again,
he got too much stuff.
This is my problem.
He told the president of the United States to stand down.
I know.
Looked him in the face and said, "Stand down."
He told him.
They should lean into that though. They should lean into that.
He told the Lakers fan, "My dick is bigger than yours."
But they should. I think they really should lean into that more. You're never going to be in the NFL. That's the thing. The NFL product is the NFL. Like you're talking about teams. You're talking about organizations. Obviously, you talk about players too. But the MVP means more to NBA than NFL. I think they should market it a different. Like they're trying to be the NFL. They're never going to fucking be the NFL.
But you know what they're doing? It's very tough. It's very, 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 very tough to come across a Jalen Hurts where your skill is so good and you're so pure and you're not don't care about media. You let your game speak for yourself. You know how hard it is to come across someone like that?
Right.
Because so many people nowadays let you know, I'm him. I'm him. I'm going to talk. I'm going to let you know I'm him. But when you get players like Jalen Hurts and Saquon where they're like, just watch me.
Yeah.
That's what makes it. And you know who I think that they're trying to mold into it? And call me crazy. I think if Cooper turns into what he wants, Cooper's very humble. I think in the next 5 to 10, if he plays,
they're trying to make him the greater white American hope.
They're gonna.
I'm all for it. Sure.
Because at the end of the day, every organization wants somebody that's pure that doesn't get into trouble. And LeBron held this torch for so long.
Yeah.
And the fire's it's about, and they have to figure out who it is. And as much as Ant killing the league when it comes to It's phenomenal.
I'm also just giving one example too. And it's tough to say Jokic because he doesn't want the shit really.
Exactly. Like,
He wants his horses.
He wants his horse. He's vibing
like,
off.
they don't even care about the NBA. Why should I?
I think he cares. He's just not a guy that's going to be like, I'm the face. Because why would you want that?
He cares about winning.
Yes. But why would you want to be the face of the fucking league? You see what LeBron's went through for the past 22 years? Why the fuck would you want to do that? What is the point of being that if all you're going to do is everything be great, but then get shit on after? For little shit. Or like, yeah, you failed at a certain point. You're not supposed to be killed as this guy who can't actually come up clutch. That was LeBron's thing in 2011 when he lost. They killed him for not being clutch. They killed him for not being clutch before that. But like, that was like the peak moment of like, he's never going to be the guy. Why would you do that instead of just being like, make it a great story when he does win? Because it was inevitable he was going to fucking win.
I
think that we live in a world where when you're winning, they're with you, but when you're losing, they don't. And they perfect example of this Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes, he's the next Tom Brady. Is he going to be greater than Tom Brady? He's him. And then he loses. We can never compare him to Tom Brady. He'll never catch him. He's never that good. There's players that never even get to a Super Bowl, and this dude has won 3. He's not even 30 yet. 4? Yes, 3.
3.
I thought it was 4. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, yeah.
I think that we play the comparison game too much, and they do it with LeBron. Like, let LeBron be LeBron. Let it. Jordan was Jordan. Jordan was phenomenal, and I guarantee you, before Jordan, there was Bill Russell and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and you appreciated that. But you don't need to take someone's light away because someone else came up. And after LeBron, in 20 years, they're going to be like, LeBron was the greatest ever. That's fine, but let the next person enjoy them and let them enjoy their accolades.
NBA's product I'd rather watch a UFC card.
Amen.
UFC card.
Amen.
I mean, the only reason I can't agree with that is because NBA is my number one.
I can't.
Even if the Celtics aren't playing?
Yeah, no, I don't. I've watched
I wouldn't watch the Lakers Timberwolves if LeBron and Luka and Reeves weren't playing.
That's true. NBA playoffs is very. I'm not gonna use the word easy.
Yeah.
But it's more statistically
conference finals.
Able
to This is me just being a sicko. I would watch the 2 worst teams play.
Yeah.
The 2 worst teams in the NBA. I would watch the Wizards and the Charlotte Hornets play
before any other sport.
Before any other sport.
That's
how much I love NBA.
Yeah, shout out to you.
But again, I understand though why people don't. Like, I used to get mad about it. I'm like, I get it now. Like,
I'd rather go watch a JUCO college game.
Shout out to my girlfriend. She'll watch golf, and I'm like, enjoy.
Yeah.
So those college
games. She watches golf, or
she watches golf.
Oh, I thought you said
I went to her house like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they had the Masters on, and I'm like,
what's a weird thing that you would watch, like sport wise? Or like, maybe it's not even sports.
Curling.
Like, curling, yeah, that's a good one.
Anything that people look athletic, I'll watch. You ever watch the sport where they come down the massive hill, they're like in skis, and they jump, and they just float in the air, and they're just flying?
Yeah.
And you're like, what I don't know what sport that's called. I could watch that all day.
Yeah, no, that's an incredible one. This one is not a sport in any way, shape, or form. Like, it's the complete opposite physical-wise. I would watch poker anytime.
Poker is a different type of
I love the mind game shit. It is so cool.
I think when you can watch anything that somebody can build a skill set off of it, any type of skill, it's interesting because it's like, it's not luck. It's you have to use your brain. I think that's dope. Yeah. I can agree.
I mean, there's like a little tiny bit of luck because, you know, how the cards unfold. But like the way people, you know, bet, the way people are, you know, gouging money off other people, just bleeding them dry. I find that so interesting. I would love to. I'm so bad at poker. I can never do the shit they do.
Yeah.
I would love to be in a poker tournament just to say I got my head cracked and be like, that was interesting
to see
someone.
What if you were really good at it?
Oh, I've played a bunch of times. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm going to.
I've never.
I don't have a good poker face, like, at all.
I'm
so bad.
You gotta wear some shades.
I do, and it's still very obvious that, like, when I bet, like, I have a good hand because I can't. I've gotten a little bit better with bluffing, but for the most part, I'm like, I just don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Some of these sports got their exciting moments. I had Eli watching the World Cup. What was that, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
That Messi Argentina versus France.
And that's a sport I'll never understand.
7 a.m. We was up.
I was
like, Eli came downstairs. He's like, "Yo, what are you doing?" I was like, "Watching the World Cup final." Eli was like, It's like, yo, this is actually crazy. I was like, yo, this is wait till the World Cup comes to Philly next year, bro. It's gonna be insane.
Fuck.
Yeah, 2026.
I know.
We gotta get some tickets. I'm definitely up for it.
Eli, how crazy? Respectfully, no glazing. How crazy was that final when you saw for the World Cup when Messi, Argentina against France? From what you saw,
cool. I did like.
It's insane how the magnitude on how big soccer is, because we think us as Americans, we think Super Bowl, we think of March Madness, we think of the finals, and you're like, these are huge, these are massive, these are
Soccer's
amazing.
Soccer.
And then,
World Cup.
And then when you watch the World Cup,
bro,
and then you have somebody as iconic as Messi playing, you're like, yo, there's levels to this shit. Excuse my language. There's levels to this shit.
No, it's different.
And when you watch somebody as good as Messi, I'm like, yo, shout out to LeBron. This is LeBron of soccer. Like, yo, this dude is really, really him. And it was exciting. And from start to finish, I watched it.
Eli watched
and I was
all 90 minutes and penalty kicks.
And I'm like, I don't think that I'd ever be able to do that. But I think when you sit down and actually learn about other sports, I think that you can, I
said, Eli, Eli, bet on these penalty kicks. He's like, no, I said, bro, trust. I said, I know you're the expert. I said, trust me this one time.
And he hit. I was like, okay.
I said, trust me this one time, bro. I know this. But
I did watch that one, and that was great. What was the one that when Fodor came over? What was that?
That was a Copa America. That was like just a regular, like an in-season tournament thing.
That made me never want to watch soccer again.
No, but
that shit was so fucking boring.
Those in-season ones are different because it's not. It's like it's the country, but it's not like the full country, like the pride. And like
it's just like they're there.
Yeah, they're there.
They're kind of getting run in, whatever.
They lose the game, they go down. They go down the stand. But this is the World Cup. Yes, everybody's watching.
The World Cup is great. Any other thing, I can't get into.
Nah, the in-season ones aren't the best.
But I said this a few weeks ago. I don't understand where he gets the time to have knowledge on so many different categories.
On everything.
I don't have the ability.
I don't get it.
I don't have enough time in my day to be able to watch soccer. That's why I don't watch it. Like, I don't understand. Like, my time where you guys watch UFC, I mean, WWE, I'm watching UFC.
Right.
When I'm watching NBA, you guys are he's probably watching what?
Stupid shit. I feel something that no one knows.
I feel like he watches 3 things at one time.
I think you do, and I don't know how you do it or have the attention span for it.
I do got a really good memory. I got a really good
because
memory.
I legit will get overwhelmed and just be like,
do you watch Dragon Ball Z?
No.
Bro, I just like a lot of stuff, and I remember a lot.
Like right now, I can bring up a Dragon Ball Z character, a car, a UFC fighter, a WWE wrestler, and some random person I knew at Northeast back in 2010, and he would know all 5 of those.
I remember it's good like that. Remember specific stuff. Yesterday I was just talking to my mom. I'm like, yo, you remember we went to see Iron Man like May 25th in like 2008? She's like, oh boy, yeah, I do remember that.
You remember the date?
Bro, I tell you, first off, I was on Marvel Geek Out. Of course I remember the date. That's the day life changed. The day life changed. Yeah. Really my mom took me to see it. Bro, it was the best thing in the world. Started everything, man.
That's wild.
I know that you guys have 7, I don't know, it's good, 90 minutes?
We can go.
Okay, I just didn't know.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah. If the conversation's flowing, I'm not going to stop it. But yeah, no, I don't know how you do this. I really don't. Like I can do that for music, but I can't, and I can do that for music, sports, wrestling, right? I can't do that for music, sports, wrestling, anime, tennis, soccer. I don't know how the fuck you do that shit. It makes no fucking sense. Is there anything you don't like? Is there anything that you legitimately like?
Dislike?
Yeah, or like not even dislike. It's just like you took an interest in, kind of forgot some shit about anything. Like fuck, like it's. Like you don't, like there's something you don't have knowledge on is more so the
something
question.
I don't have knowledge on?
Yeah,
there's a few things. I usually try to have like a basic knowledge of a lot of different stuff.
That's what I noticed.
And then there's my like
your
real stuff.
Out, yeah.
There's a high, medium, and then a low. But I would like to learn more about cricket, just because it's so popular.
I did not expect cricket at all.
I was so not expecting cricket.
No, because I was seeing, I scrolling on Instagram, and a lot of cricket players are some of the most super followed people. So I was just, I was getting into it. I was
There's
like,
a guy,
where's it big at?
India.
So I was like, yo, he's like the Messi of cricket, and I was like, yo, people are staying in these stadiums for 8 hours, and like, so I was just so that's something I really don't know too much, because it's really interesting. I'm like, these cricket players are like more popular than like American celebrities, and it's
There's one cricket player that has more followers than LeBron.
Like,
what?
It makes no fucking sense. But like, that's
because it's like
not what I was expecting.
Crazy sport.
It is. I don't understand a single thing of it.
It's very hard.
Not only do I not know the rules of cricket, I don't even know how you hit a fucking
hours,
ball.
how to hit, the scores. Like,
apparently it's a long ass game.
The shape of the field.
Yeah. I remember seeing when I went to the University of Scranton, my friends lived on, I forget what street it was. It was like a little bit past like the schools and stuff. And their neighbors, like right across the street, they had a big field, and they were Indian, and they would be playing cricket there all the time. And like I would go to class, drive there at like 8 a.m, be there till about like 4. They're still playing fucking cricket. I'm like, first off, don't y'all have school or some shit? Why do I have school and y'all are still playing cricket? But second off, like y'all still play, like that was a whole day. Like I'm going to bed now. I'm taking a nap. Fuck this shit.
And another thing, like over just years, gymnastics. Seeing like how strong and like durable the women and the men too is just like the balance and everything. That's crazy. It's crazy.
I think Simone Biles put a lot of people on to gymnastics. I mean, there was always like a specific interest, I guess, but like Simone Biles made it pretty mainstream for a lot of people. I think women's track. There was definitely some interest there. Like there's certain sports that. I don't know if there's anything that like I don't know that I want to get into. Golf is probably the one now because I've been going golfing lately, and now I'm like learning how to swing and like learning about other golfers. And now I'm on YouTube Golf, which is like dudes who just play golf that are funny on camera. Like Bob Does Sports is like my favorite thing right now. So like golf is probably the one thing I want to freshen up on. But like I clearly know way less.
Tough too.
Golf is so fucking hard.
Can I ask you guys one question?
This is from golf. I blistered like crazy.
I had a question for each of you guys. Do you think the average person is closer to Tiger Woods or to LeBron James? Take a second to think about it.
LeBron. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay. So that's a tough one because... Are we talking about the sport itself?
Yes.
Okay.
Sport.
Just a sport.
The becoming LeBron James or becoming.
Okay, so we're talking about like GOAT status.
The two best.
Skill set.
I just want to make sure because I'm thinking like, does he have to be LeBron's archetype and all that shit?
So I'll break it down.
We're just talking about like GOAT.
I'll break it down for you.
Okay.
If someone right now he's 6 years old and he worked his ass off for the next 20 years, he's 26. He's at the peak prime. Does he have a better chance if he focused on becoming a golfer to be Tiger Woods, or does he have the chance of becoming LeBron James?
And again, we're just talking about the best in the sport. We're not talking about like being LeBron or being Tiger. I would say, that's so tough because I think I've gotten to a point where I have like a profound respect for golf because of how fucking difficult it is. And I think
I'm going closer to LeBron.
Yeah, same.
Closer to LeBron than
I'm thinking,
Tiger.
man.
Wow.
Because here's the thing, right? LeBron with basketball, it's all repetition. You're being able now. You're getting to a point where if you're getting to LeBron, you can do whatever the fuck you want. There are some times where you're hitting a golf ball, that shit doesn't go where you want it to go in the slightest.
The wind, the
wind
going this way, you swing the opposite this way, and
So Tiger Woods, last question. Do you guys think he's the hardest athlete to become? Over, let's say we're going to use Simone Biles. We're going to use Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, that's
We're going to use Tom Brady.
Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
Is who has the hardest, if you are a kid, to becoming the greatest of what you of any sport?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a great question.
Swimming's up top for me.
Swimming is so fucking hard.
Can I give you mine?
Go ahead.
Shout out to Simone. I gotta go gymnastics.
Yeah.
I gotta go gymnastics. And the only reason I'm saying that is I think that it's like basketball. You're not gonna be 5'10" killing people. It doesn't exist.
Right.
If you're not 6'8" and you don't you can't really jump and you can't move. And I'm not talking about being good. I'm talking about becoming him.
Yeah.
You have to have the body structure, the athleticism, the longevity. I think Simone Biles, out of any athlete, and I might be wrong, maybe I'm missing one or two, but I think is the hardest athlete probably in the last 50 years to implement.
Yeah, I'll put her in Phelps.
Yeah, I was gonna say those two are probably it. I'm trying to think of another sport that could be on that level because I don't even think it's because it's a niche sport. It's because it is so hard to become that great at a sport.
Yes.
Like Michael Phelps, there's no swimmer that even like
his body's just built different.
That's too. But I think even like
the genes, it's luck, it's genes, and it's work ethic too.
Like I think it's even a bigger deal when you talk about a sport and you say this person's a GOAT and you don't have a even close second. We talk about Michael Phelps swimming wise. There's not a second swimmer you even think of.
We compare him to sharks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're talking. We're now that's aquatic animals we're fucking talking about. Simone Biles. I much respect to the sport of gymnastics. I don't think there's a second that's very, very. I mean, okay, so I'm going to be super ignorant here. Suni Lee, what sport does she play?
So she's gymnastics.
Yeah, so she might.
Her, Gabby Douglas, all of them.
Yeah. So there might be a conversation there with them too. But to me, like swimming, it's Michael Phelps, and that's the end of the fucking discussion. Like there's nothing else to have there. Even track, where Usain Bolt's the fastest man on the planet too. That's a good one. But I think there's even conversations to be had there. I guess I don't know too much, but I know that there's certain people that have been in that conversation.
There's a lot of sports that are freaking just
Before this is over, I have one last question for you guys too.
Sure,
but we can finish this one.
Ice skating.
What's her name? Ice skating. But what's Jake Paul's girlfriend's name?
Yeah,
she's a speed skater.
Yeah, she's a speed skater.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's a world class medalist for speed skating.
Yeah,
any type
6'1".
Any type of any type of work on ice with sharp, dangerous blades. Yeah. Nah, just one wrong move and it's over.
Yeah.
People have sliced their necks and their leg. Yeah,
I can imagine hockey's just as difficult.
Oh my Lord, Jesus!
Because the stamina you need to have for that is any sport that you need to have like an unlimited. I mean, that's all of them actually.
Or forbid you get some psycho who just
The only sport that I know of that probably doesn't require that much stamina is baseball. And that's really kind of depending on what position you play. Because I would imagine a pitcher probably needs a decent amount of stamina.
Oh, God, that's a hard position. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's another one. Pitcher.
But, like, I'm sure a left fielder who just hits home runs doesn't really need to fucking have that much stamina. Babe Ruth was 550 pounds of just hitting home runs left and right. So baseball is probably the only one that I could think of where stamina isn't that big of a deal. But other than that, I mean, that was a great question because I honestly, it can go a million different ways. To me, and again, maybe basketball's just so.
Hot dog
basketball
eating.
was that
hot dog eating? Shout out Joey Chestnut.
You had to end it there. You had to end it right there. I would vomit everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I don't even know how you
78.
No, yeah, you might have a point there because
Think about that.
I think 3 of them I would have to
and
go to the hospital.
And you're timed
certified
in front of people.
Crazy goblin.
He absolutely is, and it's honestly,
and he does it for other food too.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
just imagine
10 pizzas.
Just imagine the porta potty when he's done.
He's definitely flipped a couple bathrooms for sure. No question. He's definitely flipped a couple bathrooms and changed a lot of toilets' lives.
Dunking it in the water.
Yeah. First off, disgusting. Just an absolute disgusting thing to do.
How do you wake up and say, damn?
I want to be the Glizzy champion for the next 20 years.
Who was the guy that was battling him forever?
Yeah, the Japanese guy.
Yeah, I was going to say the Asian dude. I forget his name. But he couldn't he couldn't catch Joey Chestnut.
Yeah, he would be at
forever.
like 50. Joey would be at like 85.
Yeah.
I can barely eat too.
That's
And
what
I
I'm
gotta
saying.
hide it too when I'm eating. He looks in the camera.
Yeah.
He looks directly in the camera.
Oh,
and
it's
just
so bad.
Hot dogs
man.
hate seeing him coming.
That's
so,
a fact.
It's so bad.
A grill with a hot dog.
When they do the close up and he's just
Oh, bro. I first off, a wet bun is disgusting.
He probably don't have taste buds.
yeah, his taste
You
was a
killing
shot.
78?
His taste buds are shot.
Yeah, no, there's no way. I don't even know what you do to get prepared for that.
Train the gag reflex.
Thank you guys for watching New Faces Podcast, episode 34. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you follow the Daily Profittz as well. It's been a great episode. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll definitely have you back.